Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have an expansion for the board game Wildlands. This time we have The Adventuring Party, brought to you by Martin Wallace and Osprey Games. Again, you need the core game Wildlands to use this expansion. I picked this up at 50% off. It was a closeout sale at a local gaming store. I saw it, loved the figures. I said, might as well pick it up. So there we are. So let's take a look at the back. It says, The Adventuring Party by Martin Wallace. Some see them as heroes bringing hope to the Wildlands. Others regard them as a menace, a band of criminals that must be stopped at all costs. Never shying away from danger, a bold adventuring party has joined the fray. This band of hardened wanderers can replace one of the existing factions with their unique healing ability, keeping them in the fight even when hope seems lost. Or they can take to the battlefield using the encounter rules, stealing crystal shards and attacking anyone who gets in their way. Of course, this expansion requires a copy of Wildlands to play. Tells you what's included in the box, and you have 4 unique miniatures. The regular retail price was $25, and I got it for 50% off. Again, this is for ages 14 plus, takes 30 to 60 minutes to play, 2 to 4 players, and it's a versus game. Again, you need a copy of Wildlands to actually use this expansion. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So we got the shrink wrap ready to go. Nice, easy, comes right off. We also have this inside there, so let's take a look at what we have. So that's everything that's included there. Let's take a look what this is. Nothing on the back. Oh, here we go, right there. Okay, excellent. We've got our rule book. It says Wildlands, The Adventuring Party. Overview. The Adventuring Party are hard-edged group of wanderers and folk heroes, bringing glory and hope to the Wildlands. There are only 4 of them, but they are tougher than most. This expansion can be used to replace any faction in Wildlands or to introduce a new encounter. There's your components. Faction, The Adventuring Party. New action, heal. Counting looters. Setup. They're taking our stuff. Adventurer icons. Harm the Barbarian, Thom the Cleric, Chris the Rogue, Elena the Sorceress, hoarding the loot, and that's about it. So you got basically 2 pages of rules of how to use the Adventuring Party in your Wildlands board game. Again, this is an expansion. You must have the board game Wildlands to use this expansion. You also have a deck of cards, which I'm going to open off camera, so in case I slip up the blade and cut myself, no one needs to see that. Here we go. So we have a couple of different cards in here. Got our character cards, we got that. Then we have a bunch of these cards here and these cards. So we have a bunch of different cards. So I'm going to put them aside. Let's pull them out one at a time. Looks like there are a couple decks here. So let's take a look. So we have these are the 4 main characters. So let's take a look at the backs. Beautiful artwork on them. A purple hue. Very cool. And then you flip that over. These cards Harm, Thom, Chris, and Elena. So those are your 4 characters that you can be. Again, the icons are explained to you in the core rule book. This tells you who these characters are. So you got a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 4. Okay. So those are your 4 character cards. You also have an adventuring party. Again, all these numbers and all these icons are explained to you in the core rulebook in the main game Wildlands. They're the dice that you're using to attack and defended by this right here. So that's your helpful hint card. Then it looks like you have a deck This looks like you possibly have a deck of cards for each character. So let me just separate these real quick so I can get these up and running so everybody can see them all. As you saw, I just opened it out of the box. I don't know why they wouldn't be separated already. But again, who am I to say anything about anybody? So let's take a look. We have here back. Okay, hold on here a second. So we have a couple more cards here. All right, so we'll take a look at these. So it looks like you have a player deck for each of your characters. So there you go. Again, all the backs are the same. We have that purple crystally look on it. Okay, front, back, depending on the way you want to look at it. So here we are. Again, we'll pull this down just a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. Here we go. Get all the icons. So all the cards are set up the same way. You have the photo or the picture of the character itself, and then it tells you with the details of their actions. I'm assuming one is attacking and one is defending. The traits of the character. Okay, so it looks like you have 4 of his card. 5. Again, red, I'm not sure what that icon represents. You'll have to read the core rulebook to know that. So there you go, that's his deck of cards. And then we have this card as well for this character. Each character gets 5 cards. She's obviously a magic user, so that's a little different than the others. Up here, she gets a couple. Does she get more cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe because she's a spellcaster, that's why she gets more cards. There you go. She gets 7 cards. This person here. Again, all the icons we see in here, that's all explained in the core rulebook, in the base game Wildlands. So again, that's why you need, again, in the instruction books that we just went over, none of that stuff is explained to you what any of these icons mean. Okay, let's go back to the core rulebook. And then we have this card here. It has a different background than these cards here. One for each of our characters. This one has 2 of the same and the rest have 1. Put these cards right over here. And we have some miniatures, which are already pre-inked, so you use them right out of the box. So we've got our spellcaster. It's a really cool looking figure. Really digging that. That's her. And we have this one here. With the dagger and the sword. Really nice detail on the miniature. I like the ink, so you could play them right out of the box. Very cool. And you could choose to paint them or not. Then you have this character here who's got the hammer. And he's meant to be bending forward, so you say he's leaning. Yep, looks like he's ready to get into action. Again, very, very cool detail. Really like the ink wash on it. They look really, really cool. So that's really an awesome figure right there. Really digging him. Let's put that over here. And then it appears, so it looks like we have a fighter, a thief, a magic user, and a barbarian. Again, to me looks very similar to like a Conan type character, except he doesn't use a wield a battle axe. He's got a sword. But there you go. So there you have it. That's everything that's included. You got your 4 figures. You've got your helpful hint card. You've got cards for each one of your characters. You have the rule book. Again, this is an expansion, so you do need a copy of the core game Wildlands to utilize this expansion. And so this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of Wildlands, the Adventuring Party expansion, brought to you by Martin Wallace and Osprey Games. For more information about Wildlands, you can go to ospreygames.co.uk. Again, that's ospreygames.co.uk. Again, the game is for ages 14 plus. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. It's for 2 to 4 players, and it's one versus the other type of game. So that's everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing for today. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well. Enjoy the remainder of your day. I'll catch you on the next unboxing video.